I believe I am now currently live streaming. um, yeah, sorry about the hair. Just got out of the shower. So yeah, this is the thing I sort of promised myself I would start doing once I reach the point I can start live streaming from my phone. And as it happens, it happened a lot sooner than than I thought. And I really haven't anything planned out apart from the fact that the point of this was to do sort of a weekly recap of my training that week. So that's what I'm about to do. I was hoping that, the point of doing it from your phone is that I could go out to a nice, beautiful place, chillax in the nature while doing it. But today it's way too windy. Plus, I have no idea how this whole thing works. And I don't know if the sound would pick up because I don't have a microphone or any of that. But yeah, I'm hoping these things are recorded somehow. Otherwise, it's sort of pointless as there's nobody watching this. But yeah, weekly recap. Uh, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. uh, this week was sort of a preparation week, easy week, as the plan was to do a 10K race next Friday. But unfortunately, it seems like that's not going to happen because of some other plans that came up. Um, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out whether or not I can do sort of a 10K race by myself, or if I can find another race I could do next week. But at the moment, it's looking like, unfortunately, no. But we'll see. Could be that I'll just need to postpone it by a week or two if I can find something else. But yeah, it is what it is. Life happens. But this week was more of an easy one because of that. Need a sip of water now. Mm. But let's start on Monday. Uh, Monday was just an easy 5K. Uh, Nothing to it. I wasn't even measuring my heart rate that much, just keeping it easy, making it feel like I could do a dozen of those. It ended up being 47 minutes, so I'm liking that pace for an easy run. Could be a bit faster. I'm hoping I would be more in the 40-minute category, but I also remember I did a bunch of walking. So 47 minutes for a 5K. It's all right. Uh, on Tuesdays I usually have my fit boxing, and as I did this week, it was an hour session. I like it. It's something completely different from running, and especially as an office worker, it helps with the neck and shoulders and all that. But yeah, it was an hour fitness boxing session. But on Wednesday, that's when we had sort of the speed work stuff. Was the session called Rory Linkletter, which is you do a proper warm up for that one. It's 400 meters, 300 meters, and then 200 meters, each followed by a 90-second cool down. And you run those at around your 1500-meter pace. Now, for me personally, I don't know what my 1500-meter pace is, but to me, it just means going fast. But yeah, you do those for 2 to 4 times. The previous time I did those, I think I was able to push like maybe 2 sets, but this time I was bit more prepared, and the weather wasn't as awful. It wasn't as hot. So I was aiming for 4. And by the time I had done 3, I wasn't checking my pace. It felt like I was somewhere between 6 and 6:30, which is fast for me. Maybe not 1500 meters fast, but fast. But yeah, by the time I had done 3, unfortunately, my kid fell over with his bike. He was there hanging out with me. So I had to call it quits. Nothing happened. He just a few scrapes, but yeah, he got a bit um, scared. So we decided to play some football instead. I definitely did have a fourth set in me, so sort of a shame that I didn't get to do it. But it is what it is. 3 sets is still very much fine. And if I don't remember, if I do remember correctly, that is, I actually was going faster than I thought I was. Now I said I thought my pace was around 6 or 6:30, but in fact it was more like sub 6. I'm trying to check it from here. I believe it was on average like 5:45 per 1 kilometer, which to me is extremely fast. And it didn't feel like I was gonna, um, you know, blow a gasket. It felt like fast, but still sustainable. Maybe I should have pushed a bit further, but like I said, I don't know what's my 1500-meter pace, so I don't know how fast I should be going. But based on this, I'm gonna start aiming for. Well, thank you, Team Dirty 11. I, what's wrong with my car's warranty? Could you please elaborate? Uh, Point being, I don't have a car. But yeah, by the way, you, Team Dirty 11, are the first ever comment on my first ever live stream. So kudos for not saying first. But yeah, anyway, the speed work from now on. If I have that same session, I'm gonna start focusing on hitting more like 5:30, 5:45 pace, seeing as that's something I can actually start doing. Oh, thank you so much. This is so weird. Like, I wanted to start doing these live streams because I feel like it's a great way to actually get to talk now that I have like 60 subscribers. So hopefully I'll be able to like talk with you guys. And now that this is happening, I'm a bit flustered, to be honest. I don't know how to act. Like, it's so weird, but so cool. Thank you. Like, wow. Mm. But yeah, but that was Wednesday. Also did a spot of stretching. Now on Thursday, I was supposed to do a core workout, but I didn't because I didn't want to. Uh, felt lazy. And on Friday, this is sort of not the ideal preparation for a race, or not the ideal workout in any case, because we went out with a bunch of friends to see Brian Adams, and we had a night out, so night of drinking. So yeah, uh, it's. I still do want to live my life, even though I am heavily focusing on my current 5K PB, and I have goals that I do really want to reach, but I feel like I also need to focus on life outside of Strava, Training Peaks, and all that. And yeah, because of that, On Saturday, all I did was a bunch of stretching. Uh, Surprisingly, I wasn't too hungover, but still, I was supposed to go for an 8K run, and nah, that wasn't gonna happen. So I did two sets of stretching, basically, one in the morning, one in the evening. I was a bit sore all over, mostly because during the gig I was standing, 2, 3 hours on concrete floor. So as an office worker, I'm not used to that, standing still for long periods of time. But I did go for that run today, hence the shower. And instead of the 8K, I had to call it at around 4 because my legs felt so beat. I, I'm blaming it on the standing still, like stuff like the soles of my feet and knees. They, I don't know, like I don't want to say they were hurting, but started feeling, aches and little niggles here and there. So I figured that I'll just call it quits instead of pushing it. I could have easily walked or just slowed down to a crawl and finished the 8K. But seeing as I probably won't have that 10K race next week, I don't feel like today's 8K would be that important. And 4K is still way better than nothing. Uh, Tonight, I'm going to do some more stretching and foam rolling just to loosen things out. Hopefully, I'll be prepared for next week's training, which now that I'm most likely not going to do the race, it's probably going to be another harder one. None of these easy. So it's going to be one or two of these speed work sessions. And I am currently enjoying those. Like, as long as I get to prepare, like mentally and physically, I do the proper stretching and warm ups, and I take my time so that I know I can easily take whatever time it needs to do those reps. I am thoroughly enjoying Speedworks at the moment, um, especially when compared to last year's when I was training for the longer run, when all my sessions felt like they were 2 or 3 hours long, and that was just tedious, zone two running. That's these when it feels like you're actually doing something, if it's only for a few minutes, but it feels like hard work. So they're much more fun. But yeah, that's it. That was my week. All in all, I am happy. Like, ideally the Friday thing wouldn't have happened, and ideally I would have finished my 8K instead of doing it just halfway, but such is life. And I feel like this is a solid weeks of work. Um, Especially happy with the Wednesday speech session because it was way better than I was expecting. But yeah, that's it. And also, this is it. I have no idea what to do during these live events. The idea was just to go through my workout week. So now that I've done it, do either of you viewers have any questions? Anything you'd like me to elaborate on, or any of that? Or, talk about my car's extended warranty? It would appear not. So, thank you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm now trying to figure out how do I end this live stream. So, um, I press the X. Anyway, take care, you guys. Have a glorious day. Bye. Nope. There you go.